Oh, hi there, and welcome back to Minecraft. We're here on this world, for want of a better name, Geeky's map. Give me some suggestions if you think of something better, otherwise we'll just roll with that. But we're here, and there's a few things I'd like to do in this video. First of which is continue working on the Foosa Mines, which is obviously right behind us. I've got a couple of ideas, so let's just go in there and I'll talk you through it. So I've made a few changes off camera. First of all, and probably the most important one, is I've actually put the name on here. So anyone that downloads the map in the future will see that this is indeed the Foosa Mines. So let's just wander down here. This area hasn't really changed. I'll come back to that at some point. But I have gone down and made the mines a little bit bigger. Now, I have used World Edit for this, so full disclosure, that's what I've done. If you think I'm using it too much, then let me know. But if we come down here, there's actually some barrier blocks there to stop anyone from getting through. This is a dead end. This is just more for decoration. I need to sort out the actual walls and all of it, to be honest. I'm just kind of getting the area. So let's just wander around here, because in Fusa's comment, he did suggest that we obviously add in a lake down the bottom, which we can obviously jump down to. So we've got that. So I've obviously, as you can see, I've gone off in lots of different directions. If we just come around here, though, you can see that I've dug out this massive area. So this essentially will be, it needs some work, but it will be the lake, and then we'll be able to jump down. Now, I've been playing around with a few things, and what I want to do, I want to jump into survival real quick. So game mode survival. Basically what I'm doing is I've made sure that there's a platform down here. You can probably just about see it, which you can jump to. And at the moment, with no armor or anything, I can do it and just about survive. But I don't want to do that, so I want to actually take away these blocks. So if we just jump back up, and we'll test this just to make sure it works, and then I'll explain to you why. We probably want some food as well. Let's just eat those apples, and probably wait for that to wear off as well. I didn't think about that, did I? Okay, so milk should clear the effects. So we now, yep, we're all clear. So if I jump down there now, full health, great. That worked perfectly. So what that's going to do, see the spawn set up. Oh, I need to change back. So that will basically restrict access to people that haven't got feather falling, and it just means that it's something that people will have to be able to unlock. Let's just go down here, all the way. Where is it? So what I was thinking of doing, there we go. Try and find my way. Okay. Right, so yeah, basically I want to make it so that you have to unlock it in order to get to it. So certain parts you have to do other parts first. So that's kind of what we're thinking. Obviously, well, I need to do a lot of decorating. I need to make this look like a bit of a lake, or sort of, yeah, lake. I need to stop people from getting off on the other sides and make it so that the only way they can go down is obviously down that one spot. So I'm going to wander through and just start decorating this a bit like the style I've done around here, but with a bit more detail, because all I've done is sort of the timber frames, but I need to do a bit more. So I'm going to play around with that. So I've been very busy, and I've been working on all the different passages through the mine shaft. You can see down there, obviously that path is sort of a little bit better. Maybe overdone it a little bit with the vines. Might, once they start growing, actually take some of these away. But just an idea of sort of the area that we've got set up. Obviously, I've gone around doing the floors, the ceilings, the walls. Spend quite a lot of time each of them. Let's go down this way. So basically, I've just got obviously the same sort of design where I've got the wooden sort of plinths going around the outside. Obviously, got the floors and the ceilings, etc., and the walls. I've tried to make as much of it as unique as possible. Probably, I mean, a lot of that is just random runs. So yeah, it's hard to make it all completely unique. But I think it's working all right. Yeah, you'll have to obviously let me know if you think perhaps certain parts we need to make adjustments, or if you just don't like it. Maybe you don't like the use of, I don't know, say cobblestone with the others, and get rid of it. So we'll have a play with it. But yeah, I think it's coming together quite well. The next thing I want to do is start working on this area down here, but I need to sort of light that up a little bit. So let me get some lights down there, and we'll get on with that, and we'll try and make this look more like a natural bit of a cave, a lagoon, bit of a lake type thing. And now we have light. Hopefully that's bright enough for you. I didn't want to go around the edges as I'm going to be starting working on those first, so I couldn't really go around with torches. So I thought best thing to do, stick some lava going down and hope for the best that that lights up for you. Right, so to do this, we obviously want to decorate this and try and make it look more like, well, more natural, not just a big square or a couple of big squares. So I want to use World Edit again. So if we go to, I think, brush, brush sphere, and then we want to, just going to use stone. We will change the blocks later on, but just to get a shape. And then if we go for a radius of 2, what that basically does, if this works, is if I go and place that, it then starts placing land around. So it just means it's a quick way of just getting some shape to it. We can then sort of fill in some of the gaps. We'll obviously add more detail later on, but just to try and make it so it's not just a diamonds, not just a plain square. Oh, whoops, I'm trapped inside it. But just to give it a bit, like I say, a bit of shape. So that's probably a bit too dark for you. I'm going to have a little play with that off camera just to sort of even it out, spread it out, obviously make it look more unique. And I'll come back to you once I've got the basic shape. Oops. Watch out for that. The basic shape, and then we'll add some details in afterwards. Okay, so I've gone around and given it a bit more of an interesting shape. It obviously needs some attention. It's not finished. I just need to obviously do a little bit more. But just sort of go around trying to give it a bit of a basic shape, just so it's not all flat. And it's starting to look a lot better already. A lot more to do. I've started doing the floor, just putting some sand and some dirt down. Essentially, the lava's obviously not going to stay there. We're going to use water at the bottom. So I've started doing that. I've actually got a tool set up for that, which I'm just going around and just placing a selection around and then just fine-tuning certain things. I don't want hanging blocks, but just to try and give it a bit of a shape, really. So all I've done with this is I've just basically got a brush tool. Oh, whoops, out the way. I've got a brush tool and then just started made a selection of different blocks that obviously I wanted to do, copied it, and I'm just randomly just going around and popping them all in. So that's kind of what the plan there is at the moment, just to, let's say, to give it a bit of a shape. Change that. Cool. That probably would work. I think what I'll need to do now is let's get rid of the lava, get rid of these random blocks down here, and we'll get some natural light, and we'll try and get some water in here, probably a little bit higher. I might actually make this go a bit taller at the edges just to make it a bit better. But oh yeah, I'll wander around, do that, make that a bit taller at the edges, and then go from there. Now you might be wondering what I plan to do with this, and what I was thinking is obviously got a massive hole. This is going to be perfect for a parkour course. So I plan to basically, once you fall down to that block there, you'll obviously then jump down the rest of the way. That'll be the only way down safely. You jump down to the water, and then you've got to basically parkour to get back up, and there'll be an exit somewhere else. So yeah, that's what I plan to do. So let's just get more sand and dirt around. We'll get some water in, get some basic decorations in, and then we'll start working on the walls as we go up. Basically, as we're doing the parkour going round, I'll start decorating each bit of the wall as we go along. Upon reflection, I decided to go back and take away a lot of the dirt. So you can see like there's a lot more sand than there is dirt. I kind of felt like there was just a bit too much of each. So I decided to go for primary sand and then secondary being the dirt. There are probably a few patches that I might need to go back and just tweak later on. But yeah, I think that looks alright so far. So let me just jump down here. All I've done is just put this up to around about this height. It's roughly the same place all the way around. It's not consistent, but I kind of wanted that intentionally. And I want to do a command fill and then water, and then Minecraft water. There we go. And then we'll go a radius of, I don't know, let's say 20, and then that should fill. Yeah, that worked. Although I thought it was a bit too high, so let's undo that and go down to there and redo it. So we have a bit of land poking over the top. So when you come in, you will land here and then be able to jump straight into the water, nice and safe. And then there'll be obviously land up here. Now we need to decorate that, so I was thinking we're going to use we'll get some grass, we'll get some lily pads and just general watery stuff, and then, like I say, as we go up, we will start making the parkour and the walls neater as we go along. Just doing one little bit at a time. But I think so far it's starting to take some shape. Let's take a look from above. Yeah, I mean, that looks a lot better already, and we've really only just begun. Maybe actually just go round the corners because it's a little bit too square in the corners. Let's just tweak that a bit. Something like... This is all randomised. We can obviously tweak it afterwards, and I'll fix that water as well. I think that looks alright. Maybe we'll come out a little bit more... there we go. So let's go back and just fill that water back in just to make it easier. I think. Okay, let's... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to use the commands. We've got a water bucket. We can fill it in that way. That'll work. Right, so... That looked... Nope, don't like that. Anyway, I'll fix it. I'll fix it off camera. It's not a problem. It's starting to look a bit better. I just need to just try and figure out how I want this to look. And then, like I say, I just need to work on figuring out a route where we can obviously go through and make it look natural, but also practical for a parkour course. So, yeah. Okay, so I've gone ahead and tried to jazz it up a little bit. Added a bit of coral, some seagrass, some kelp, all that sort of stuff. I think it looks alright. Maybe we need to take out some of the dirt, although I think it's quite a good blend. You have to let me know what you think. But yeah, I think this is looking quite good for sort of the lower layer. I mean, there's obviously still got all of that we need to sort out, which I think is going to have to come for a later video. But so far, I think that's looking quite good. Let me try and get up somewhere. I've actually raised the water up one more just so we had a bit more sort of a bit less land at the top, more water, and like I said, we're going to sort of start parkouring all the way around the top, and we'll have to obviously fix up all these walls and make it look a bit nicer. But I do think, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for this particular video. So if you did enjoy this, that's not my skin. Weird. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please give the video a big like and a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel and obviously tell your friends about it too, because if you like it, there's a good chance they will too. But as always, I've been Steve, apparently, also Geeky Gamer. You've all been awesome, and thanks for watching. And don't forget to let me know in the comments what you think we should do moving forward. Cheers.